What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Quartet.
And I'm taught how the greatest me.
Welcome to the Culture Section podcast. First of all, as always, greetings. Don't forget to follow us on the Fans of the Culture YouTube channel. Subscribe and hit that notification bell. What's going on, man? How's everything going?
Everything's lovely, man. I'm not gonna complain. How about yourself?
Hey, man. It's going, man. It's going good, man. It's going good.
You said that a couple of times. Usually when someone repeats it that many times, man, I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah, it's going good, man. I'm just joking around. Hey, man, did you get that clip I sent you?
No, what happened was I had turned my phone off to let it charge.
Okay.
And I literally stepped out the shower, turned my phone on, and as soon as I turned my phone on, you was calling me.
Okay. I
wanted to make sure I was charged up, man.
Yeah, me too, man. I'm sitting on 78 right now. The clock is ticking.
Greetings. My name is I Am Quartet, and the road to 2K starts now. To help us reach our goal, subscribe. Thank you! Like, share, and comment on all videos. Play the video until the end, even if you're not watching it. This helps YouTube recommend our channel. Oh!
So, this should be an interesting episode. A little disclaimer. We want to make sure that right now we're at an interesting time in America, right? Or in our lives that we've seen in our lifetime. And the culture section, it's not really meant to be super serious. It's meant to kind of bring humor to serious situations, like that. Just provide a common man's perspective, right? So the disclaimer is we're gonna discuss some topics. We want to make sure that from here on out, we make sure that we track everything, the progress that we're making up until the election, and this, that, and the third. I wanted to start by making a statement today. Me and my cousin was talking, and I was telling him about Dr. Umar Johnson. In case you don't know who Dr. Umar Johnson is, he is a Pan-African man. He is just one of many who are fighting the good fight on behalf and for Black people, especially in America, but also in other countries where Black people live. He said something that was very interesting, that I found literally very interesting. He said he was during the protest. He went live on his Instagram and he made a couple of comments, and I'm just paraphrasing some. He literally said that you can march for him, but you can't march with him. And a lot of people were asking, where's Dr. Umar Johnson when all this is going on? He literally said he doesn't do multicultural protest. And with that being said, I said, very interesting. He said some other things too that I agree with, like policing our own communities, even taking care of our own education within our communities, like abandoned buildings, making schools, this, and the third. Did you? And I kind of came to the conclusion that Black people, we're like the only race that can't confidently trace our heritage to the beginning. A lot of the information that we're getting, whether you do Ancestry.com or whatever the case may be, and you give them your DNA and you swab, you're taking the word of this company to discover who you are. Like, we can't we have to go through a third party to find out our heritage. And a lot of the things that are going on is quite upsetting because, again, you could probably go back to maybe your great grandfather or maybe his father, but anything beyond that, it's a mystery. And I just realized with all this protesting going on, especially like with the this year, Juneteenth means something totally different for me than it have in the past.
What does it mean now to you, man?
Now it means it's something that has to be celebrated. It's not just a day. Like it was always a big deal in Texas, but again, man, I was just kind of just going through with the motion. But now, to me, it's more important than Independence Day.
Is it now? Have you heard? Is it now going to be like an official holiday, as in the banks is closed and the mailman won't be delivering any mails? You know what I'm saying? What do they call that? Observed holiday. Is that what is going to be considered now?
Federal holiday would be the proper word.
Oh, my bad, man. I like that. Politically correct. Is it now going to be a federal holiday?
Not right now. Virginia made it a paid holiday.
That means I don't got to work, but I get paid.
Yeah.
I wonder why all the South, just dealing with the South, why hasn't all the South done that, man?
I don't know, man. I
didn't mean to interrupt you, though. You was going on, man, how you look at it differently.
I look at it way differently, man. And I think even when we were discussing earlier, all of the white celebrities are making these cringy videos about how they are, I've been guilty of this and I've been guilty of that. And I've taken advantage of my white privilege. And, initially when I kind of saw it, I was like, huh? You know what I mean? It's real cringy, man. And as we saying before, it's not. We don't need those videos, man. We just need change behavior. Like, imagine me making a video saying I have took advantage of white people when I was 10 years old. They gave me money to go to the store and told me to bring back the change. I told them it wasn't no change. You know what I mean? It's real cringy, man. It's real cringy. I just think it's just real cringy, man.
On a cringe meter, if there was a cringe meter, 1 through 10, what would it be?
10, man.
Hey,
that's just real cringy, man.
In actuality, what would you actually want them to say? Like, how would you want them to put it or better represent? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Don't make the video, because I'm gonna be honest. Because we hold celebrities in such high regard that now everybody is like super sensitive. I feel like take it to Twitter, take it to your platform. We don't need 10 white actors who took advantage of their privilege to make a video like because they feel guilty. Man, this is not. If you want to help us, and like we talked about earlier, I thought about it even more. If it was only black people protesting, man, it would just be, it wouldn't. I don't even think it would be effective. It's my personal opinion.
Hey, I was talking, man, to a guy at work. That sounds like a line that I use all the time, too. I was talking to a guy at work, man, and he said he doesn't mind, the other race, the white man and woman standing with us, but he rather them use their white privilege, so to speak, and their platform in other areas. He said instead of marching, he said they could actually make a bigger difference by going down and changing the system themselves, man. He said he don't mind the marching, but use the so-called, white power that you have and actually go into the buildings, make changes on paper, man, instead of just sitting out there. He calls it putting on their protesting uniform. He said they all got protest clothes that they put on, man. He said he can't stand when they have on a protest outfit, man. He said, yeah, it's okay to march with us, but do other things than march. Use the platform that you have to actually, stand up for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because them videos, man, you might have good intentions, but them videos ain't it. You know what I'm saying? We need action. Like I was saying earlier, man, we need action, man. I'm tired of all this mouthing and all this lip service, man. We need some stuff on paper now. You know what I'm saying? We need stuff sketched in stone.
Straight up, man. It's and then you know what, man? You know what else he said? This is what Dr. Umar Johnson said, which I thought he said, if you really, he said, I think what he said, if you really wanted to change things, then you would burn up your own neighborhoods, and you would go to the remember them guys went to the state capitol with their guns?
Oh yeah.
Remember, he said, this is exactly what he said. They did that for COVID. Why don't y'all do that now if you really want to change things? So I don't agree with a lot of things he says, but he does make some valid points. Obviously, I didn't like that, last time for COVID. But I understand he's saying there's some smoke and mirrors out here. You know what I mean? We can't pretend that there are not a lot of smoke and mirrors.
Hey, man, this has been going on for years.
Yeah.
Enough is enough. You seen them shirts. Enough is enough.
Yeah. Hey, man, do you think when you look at the whole thing, that is you kind of, it's not as raw, but you done had to change the thing about it? You can definitely imagine maybe some people say, we're going to go down here and do this so we can cause a distraction, and then we can blame the black people, I can see that, man, some type of...
I heard that ain't a conspiracy theory, man. I heard that's true, that they out here. Actually, man, I seen photos. I seen photos of literally what you saying, man. I seen it with my own eyes, man. Hopefully they won't doctor it up, but, man, I seen it happening. I seen a lot of things that were done that wasn't, good, and wasn't started by us, but we got the blame for it, man.
Exactly. The most...
But I like this, man. A lot of people's getting put on blast, man, especially on Facebook. They lighten up people's pages, man. As soon as they see some type of racism, they be taking a picture, sharing their page, and actually showing you what the person said, man. Yeah. That's some people who's losing businesses over this, man.
Yeah.
These secret racists, man, they getting put on blast. We all know you. They putting addresses out there, phone numbers.
I don't really rock with that. That's too.
Nah, I'm glad you don't rock with it. I do, man. I do. Lord. But they say what's done in the dark come to light.
No, I'm talking about putting your address on Facebook and all that.
Man, why not put on Facebook? You so bold up there saying how you.
I even did. Man.
Put your money where your mouth is, huh?
Prove to me that you ain't racist.
Hey, man, everyone see that video. You remember the man that said he got attacked and he said he won't do nothing but sit in his car, and the actual he got the bow and arrow, man.
Yeah, he had the bow and arrow. I seen that.
And he got beat down, but on the interview he had like he won't doing nothing.
Yeah, man.
Yo, man, it's real out here in these streets.
Yeah. I tell you what, man. Man, this joint, it's changing before our eyes. And I just feel like we still gotta, and I'm saying this as much, I'm trying to stay as informed as I can. There's still not because Black Lives Matter doesn't have a face, there's no one you could kill. You know what I'm saying? There's not a Martin Luther King or a Malcolm X that's a figurehead for that time, right? But there's so much to do, and we still have to do our part and make sure that even when we're investigating the police officer situation, we got to make sure, man, that we're not becoming them. Like where they wouldn't give us a fair shot, we got to make sure that if we're going to examine everything, that it's not a political, because they can make this political now. Now you fire somebody within 24 hours. Have you had enough time to gather the evidence in 24 hours?
Hey man, probably most of the time they're on paid leave, man.
Yeah. I get it. But see, unlike them.
Number two, watch this, man. Number two, I don't know what's happening, man. Is there a carbon monoxide leak where you at? You talking about give them a fair chance. We been giving them a fair chance, man. Stop paying the pay.
Let me see your license and registration. Don't move your hands off the wheel while I push you to your head to the white meat. Woo, man,
I think that's the problem. I feel like society says I have given them a fair chance. Listen, sometimes you're just guilty by association. It ain't right because it works both ways. But society feels like we done gave them a chance, man. They still out here doing what they want to do, man. They still out here beating people up, tasing them, shooting them, dragging them. And they saying, man, enough is enough. I wish I had enough is enough shirt for free. I don't really feel like buying one, but if I had one for free, I'd wear it, man.
The only shirt I'm buying is a Fans of the Culture, enough is enough. Because, boy, they out here exploiting the mess out of this Black Lives Matter movement.
Actually, man, honestly, there's some good people out here, but I think, man, probably over 70% of them is exploiting, man. They literally, they just caking up off this, man. They is caking up. There's some people at the end of 2020 that's gonna be rich off of Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, this school said they wanted to donate to the Black Lives Matter, and they had to literally do a background check to make sure they were sending it to the right fund. It's going down there. I think about that too, man. Don't think it.
Donating it. I was trying to find out who was the leaders of these organizations of Black Lives Matter and what do they actually do with the money? Like, what is this money? This money better not be going to no one's gas tank, you know what I'm saying, or going to someone's airplane ticket. What is it going to, man?
Yeah. Hey, man, yeah. I mean, that's unfortunate. That's the other thing,
I can start one. I can start my own Black Lives Matter foundation, man. Just send your money. Just send your money.
I won't be nowhere near that.
And then they ask, what you been doing with the money? Man, I've been living. You know what I'm saying? Because my life is black.
I'm like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Hey, man, I think you really don't. Here's the thing. You know, I'm all for. I understand people trying to make a living, but if you really like you, boy, I done seen by one couple. I done seen by all the sayings. Every last one of I can't breathe. Enough is enough. Stop killing. I mean, by the same couple. I'm like, man, you is burning up your machine. You gonna let it cool down?
That machine is on overtime, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, so what you think about the Raynard Brooks situation?
Say it again. I can't hear you.
What are your thoughts on the Raynard Brooks situation? The guy that was killed in Atlanta with they say it took the taser.
Hey, we seen the body cam video, right?
Yeah, seen the body cam video.
Oh, my bad, man. I'm trying to think of the right words to say.
I just say how you feel, man. Because look, man. At the end of the day, like we talking about earlier, man.
Hey, man. I ain't holding back. I'm just trying to put these words together. I'm gonna tell you this, man. This is the worst time to be a police officer.
Why you taking my words?
and to kill a person of color. This is the worst time, man. This is the worst time, brother.
I think I would.
Worst time, huh?
I think I would rather be. I think I would rather be in a gang than to be, than to be linked to be a cop and kill somebody, a black older man. This is bad.
Man, the problem is this: there's measurements. There's advancements that you make. There's protocols that you have, man. You got to have enough sense to know when okay, this person is subdued. This person has had enough, or I've done my job. I can stop now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you're a trained police officer, you're supposed to be trained when to take action, when to stop on an action, how much force to use, right?
Yeah.
Is force needed? What do I need to do, man? Because if not, man, they need a new training program. You know what I'm saying? If you don't understand, if you don't understand this person is near death, then man, you don't need that job. Everybody don't need to be a police officer.
That's true.
Some people just literally need to be just concerned citizens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just concerned citizens.
You know what I was thinking too? I think really it kind of comes down to like, we can't accept no excuses. We can't take no chances. We can't accept no mistakes at this point. This is the first time in your life that you're gonna really have to be perfect.
Yeah, man, and it's a bittersweet situation, man.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody want to be walking on eggshells as they speak, but it's just gotten to that point, man. Like I said, guilty by association. You brought it on yourselves. I mean, it's good that now they're holding police officers for being accountable for other police officers. You're basically getting a charge for watching your co-police officer, your co-worker killing somebody. You actually accountable for standing by watching them do it now, man. And that's the case should be.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you.
Everybody don't gotta die, man. My goodness, everybody don't gotta die that's black.
That's true. I'm gonna tell you, if I was a police officer, I'm gonna tell you like straight up. And if I was with my partner, he did this, I'm knocking him in the head, straight up. They gonna know that I wasn't a part of it. They gonna have to use that and that evidence right there where I flip out to know that I ain't want none of this. I don't want no smoke.
Hey man, It's gonna sound horrible. If I was a white police officer and a crime was being committed and they was black, I would wait for a black officer to get there, man. I'd be like, yo, where Leroy at? Man, I ain't approaching no one till Leroy get here.
No, I feel you. I mean, you have to be smart about it, man. Because here's the thing. If you get caught up in the situation, the way that they doing right now, that's why that man from the police union in New York, why he felt like he had to speak on it. Because if you get caught up in the wrong, you ever heard that expression, fall on the sword? Oh, you're gonna have to fall on your own sword. Ain't no more paid leave. Because everybody is too, I'm telling you, man, people, it's like this. You know how they used to say about us? If you don't want a black person to know something, put it in the book.
Yeah, they used to say that all the time, man.
But see, here's the thing. It ain't in the book. Now it's public knowledge, and now we know way more than what we knew last year when it comes to this situation.
Hey man, you mentioned something earlier too, man, that I didn't really think about, but man, it was amazing. I mean, I never thought about it. You mentioned that we don't have a representative now like Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. That is so true, man. There's literally no one that we can literally say this guy is the representative of the black culture, of the black people, of people of color. We actually don't have one. I mean, there's no guy that's really like in the forefront that we could literally call this is the leader. You know what I'm saying? That's actually, I mean, that's like nothing I never thought about because it actually isn't. Like, who's the head guy of the NCAACP? NCAACP.
NAACP.
Yeah.
I know his name. I know his name because he was talking to I can't think of his name. I know his face.
I mean, the funny thing is, he's not even the leader. You get what I'm saying, man? He's not that forefront guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can understand age and everything else, man. I mean, that's still we. I guess, you know, man, I shouldn't be doing that, but why not? I mean, you know, there's still Jesse Jackson, but his name really ain't. You know, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's still, you know, you still got the Reverend Al Sharpton, but you know, you get what I'm saying, man. That's not that guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for this generation, you say.
Yeah, man. It's almost like, but it's kind of good though. That means we're collectively one. Maybe that means we all are like collectively in the forefront together.
Yeah, but you still got to have. You don't. It doesn't. This is one of those things. We don't need members of. Okay, you're a member of Black Lives Matter just because you're talking about it right now, et cetera, et cetera. So we don't need a bunch of clout chasers. This is the wrong time to be a clout chaser. You want to be seen. This is the best time for no one to be seen, but for them to feel you. Cause that lady, the young lady that spoke at George Floyd, when it was Jamie Foxx and Steven Jackson, the young she has I forgot the name of her group, but the thing is, Angela Yu was talking about how she received so many threats. She's not sharing her location. You feel what I'm saying? So it's still a scary thing, man. But I feel like this. That's why I said at the end of the day, physically, I just can't. I can't do that, man. I can't. I can ride by the homeless, but when it comes down to standing on my feet for more than 5 minutes, look at me. Look at my neck. Your neck, my neck would tell you what my stomach looked like.
No, I mean, you could lift weights, man. You might be like a professional bodybuilder.
We're not making this no joke. But here's the thing, though. This is why, listen, it's always gonna be one or two people that feel like, well, y'all ain't doing it, but talking about it on social media. Social media is the best thing smoking out here, man.
True, man.
Straight up. Been saying that for 4 or 5 years, like, since I use it so much. Like, and I'm telling you, bro, that's why, like, when something negative spreads, it feels like 1 million people. And it could only be 5,000 people. You feel what I'm saying? Because it's amplified, man. Hey, so listen, man. There's a big debate about whether the KKK is a terrorist organization. I don't know why that there is a debate, but obviously since we are since we do commentary, what are your thoughts, man?
Hey, man, I don't understand how we could,
how we can debate it.
No, man, whatever, we can debate if we want to. I don't understand how the KKK is still around, man, or allowed to be as free as they are when they are a hate group, man. A literally hate group that hates anything that's pretty much not white. Hate all colors, and they hate homosexuals and stuff of that nature, but it's literally a hate group. Now, you got the freedom of speech, but they're allowed to gather in big numbers, discussing all their hatred, burn their crosses, man. Yeah. Probably hang a few people and get away with it. I mean, these are people, they're people in the KKK that's in high places, man. And it's still allowed. Like, yeah, man, they're harmless. They ain't a harmless group of people. Yeah. They are not harmless, man. It ain't no debate when you think about it. It ain't no debate, man.
It ain't, man.
If you watch this, if you get a group of black people like that around here, talking about how much they hate someone who is white, man, that place would be raided. We all would be shot down, man, killed, ask questions later. But it's crazy, man, how this group that has been around since the beginning of time almost, man. They probably didn't even start off with Klux Klan. Who knew what name Bobby Earl and them started with, man? Who knew what name they started with? They could have been the White Powders or something, or the Cotton Collectors. I don't know, man.
Tobacco King. It was called the Riders, I think, or something like that.
The Riders up here talking about they riding and stuff, man, on horses and stuff. And the funny thing, they all of them ain't hiding behind white sheets with holes cut out in front of them, man. They be in your face.
Hey, man, listen to this, bro. The Ku Klux Klan is an American white supremacist hate group whose primary target is African American. They've existed 3 different eras: 1865 to 1871, 1915 to 1944, and 1946 to present. Right? The Klan has used terrorism, both physical assault and murder.
So it is a terrorist group if they use terrorism.
Yeah, and
physical assault and murder, man.
Literally.
Do we need another civil war? Is that what we saying against the Ku Klux Klan?
Man, hey man, and I'm gonna tell you something, bro.
And you said the primary people they attack is African Americans. You said,
and this is according to Wikipedia, and they've been active 3 times.
Hey, the funny thing is, that's what actually makes me angry. They've been active 3 times. They've been active this whole time, man. Watch this. Like they was active, then they took a vacation, then they activated again and took a vacation, man.
Yeah.
They've been terrorizing this whole time, man. Yeah. Enough is enough.
Yeah, man. But anytime, I think anytime something, listen, man, anytime something there's old stories of them lynching us, man. You know how up close and personal that is?
I know.
That's like what they call it, a crime of passion. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I forgot what, and then think about this too. Imagine this. They've tied nooses around black people's neck and to the truck, the back of a pickup truck, and drove around. I mean, like, who does that, man?
Man, you gotta be a hateful man. I don't even know.
I've never. And I'm gonna say
you gotta have no love in your heart to do that kind of stuff, man.
Up close and personal, man. That personal. And the only thing about it is, you convince yourself that black people is the reason that you have misfortune. And by us being here, you feel like y'all had us as slaves. Slaves, man. Whenever I ride through rural, I'm not even kidding. I don't know if y'all do this, but me and the Queen, when we ride through rural North Carolina, we always say there probably used to be a slave house. I'm not even kidding. We've been doing that.
I mean, it probably was. Let's be honest, man.
Come on, man. But see, you want to blame us because you poor or because you feel like we're taking up your space. What do you mean?
Yeah, man.
But you don't want to fight. You don't want to fight the government. You know why? Because they in cahoots with you, man. That's the reason why it's still going on. The only reason why people are being this conscious now, because they're really not losing no money. The reason why Amazon and Warner Brothers and Viacom and all these different companies, it's cool to be conscious now. But they're not losing any money.
That's sad, man. That really is sad.
Huh?
That's really sad. That now it's cool to be conscious, right?
Yeah.
Why wasn't it cool the whole time?
I don't know, man. And then I'm gonna tell you something else that kind of bothered me too. I don't know enough. This is what one of the videos said. Somebody said, this is the reply. I don't know, in Hollywood, I don't know enough to speak intelligently about the situation. The question is, what you mean? If this was a wrong, see, here's the thing, man. People like to be deep when it comes to right and wrong, right? Right and wrong, that's it. Having a slave is wrong.
True, man.
Then promising black people that if they farmed your land, they would own your land. If they didn't own your land, wrong. It's simple as that, man.
It is that simple, man. I don't know.
I don't care.
I don't know enough to speak about that. That's a sorry excuse, man.
I'm trying to tell you, bro, me and the Queen was debating on one of our favorite shows because I went to her Instagram and, you know, I felt the same way. I was like, man, like it was, I don't know what I was looking for, bro. But see, again, what
show is this, by the way?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about it. Because it's a soft spot, man. But the thing about it is, bro, and I also understand Dave Chappelle's point. You know, do you really want to hear from a celebrity at this time? No. You know why? Because they're all saying the wrong thing. Jay-Z got on the call with the governor of Minnesota. Why did it take Jay-Z to get on the phone call with the governor of Minnesota?
Yeah, man.
What make him different from me?
My point exactly. That is crazy, ain't it?
Yeah. And then Beyonce makes a minute and 30-second video. I'm getting in trouble on this one here.
Go right ahead. Go off.
This is Beyonce. I want racism to end. Of course. I'm saying, bro, like, and unfortunately, it's not. And I'm gonna tell you this. This is why it kind of sucks, because we are looking at everybody almost the same way. Are you serious right now? You own a streaming service. You put your record out without no distribution and got 100% of the money back. You got athletes. It's easy to sit there and say we shouldn't play basketball when you're worth $37 million, but you got another black basketball player who's worth less than $500,000. You see what I'm saying? Like, so yeah. Man, I've had to really. I'm just being honest, bro. I said, man, these boys is really out here, man. Then the thing with Candace on, look at that, man. But look, the thing is with her, ain't no need to mention her name, because the more you mention her, the more powerful she get. That's what's dangerous.
She probably smiling right now, man. I bet every time her name is mentioned, a bing goes on the phone. Bing.
You know what do the mentions? Yo, and then you really think about it, man. That's why, like, before this happened, man, I don't know if you remember that guy, Lupe Fiasco. He a real conscious rapper. I follow him on Instagram. But he was talking about, he just have conscious conversations, and this is way before all this stuff happened. But a fan said, hey, man, like, we spent our last to buy a ticket, man. It'd be cool. I guess sometimes people feel like they should be more accessible. And I see both sides of it. But he made a song, about your $10 really, it was kind of like one of them songs, right? But then when all this stuff go down, I look at how the celebrities move, bro. They out of touch, man. Not all of them, but a lot of them out of touch, though.
Yeah, they been out of touch, man. Sometimes when your status change,
yeah,
you just ain't conscious about what's going on no more. You about your monies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you could have came up through the struggle, but now that your struggle is over, you bounce that monies. That's why they say you never forget where you came from, man.
Can you believe I used to actually feel sorry for them, because it felt like that when a person said don't forget where you come from, it sounded like they hate. But in reality, it should be part of your DNA, like don't forget where you come from.
Yeah, I never looked at it as hate, man. I just know money changed people. Keep going, though. You say, and then, go right ahead. And then.
I am shooting myself in the foot on this episode.
Shoot it, man. Shoot it. Go right ahead. And then. Hey,
I forgot. I can't even, in my moment of genius, I can't even put the word KKK in the thumbnails because of YouTube policy, man.
What is that policy? What does it say?
It's like anything that resembles kind of like hate, like what's the name? Man, we ain't even talking hate, but it's just like it's crazy. But listen, man.
You know, it'd be nice though, man, doing all of this to have a president that would support this though, man. Black Lives Matter. One that actually was conscious enough to see past all the craziness and what really is true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes when your leader isn't supportive of it, man, everything just crumbles down, man.
Yeah. You remember that judge? Her name is Faith. She be on the Breakfast Club.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
She was saying that we should form a PAC. She said they have a PAC and they have a super PAC. A PAC it's a limit on how much you can spend, but you actually have access to the congressman. And then the super PAC is unlimited, but you don't have access to the congressman. So she's saying instead of forming our own political party, we need to form a PAC. A PAC, P-A-C. So I did some little light reading on it, man. Brother, I need my $5, man.
You need your $5?
I need my $5, man. That's all I got.
$5?
The $5 that it's gonna take for me to put in. Like I'm kind of feeling like why we gotta like go in there and bargain. I understand what she's saying. I'm not against what she's saying. I'm just saying if you look at middle class and poor, don't look at it separate. We the same thing, cuz.
Yeah. At the end of the day, man, all jokes aside, I don't even think there's a middle class anymore, man.
Yeah, man.
I think that's just a line.
Right. It's a line. It's actually see what I'm saying? Now that we done open up the lid off the can, you gotta scrutinize everything. Nothing is safe. You just tell me that to hold me back or make me feel special. See, I was middle class, huh? Boogity, 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 boogity. The boogeyman out here, man. So listen, man, I know we talked about lynching. I did a little research. I kept it. I didn't dig too deep into it because it's still developing. So listen, in the span of a few days, Robert Fuller, who's 24, and Malcolm Harsch, which is Harschch, 38, was found hanging from trees in Southern California, about 50 miles apart. Now, both have been ruled as suicide by the Los Angeles County Sheriff Department.
I know one of them, their folks, their family wanted them to do an autopsy, right? Because they didn't believe that it was a suicide.
Yeah, so right now, I think Robert Fuller, they had already said they was going to open up an investigation to Robert Fuller. But this past Monday, June 15th, the FBI and the Department of Justice are going to review both deaths. Is this a distraction or is this real?
Wow, that's a pretty deep question, man.
Yeah.
When you say distraction, man, who would be doing the distracting in this situation?
So I guess the more proper question would be: is bringing in the FBI and Department of Justice the right move?
Oh man, well, at least they're that concerned, man.
Yeah. So
why not do it? Why not? I mean, number one, why wasn't there an investigation to start off with?
Yeah.
Anytime you see a black man hanging from a tree, the first thing I would think wouldn't be no suicide to start off with, man. It would have been a full autopsy, man. I don't care. I don't care if it was in the middle woods, nobody was there, was on his land. If I see a black man hanging from a tree, there's going to be a full-on investigation. Tire tracks, feet tracks, everything. What hair was on his clothes, you know what I'm saying? What fingerprints was here and there. You know what I'm saying? This ain't the time. I don't even, how many suicides have been by hanging themselves from a tree? From a tree, I said. Not hang yourself from a tree, though, man. How many? You about to look it up, man. Please do, man. I wouldn't mind knowing how many suicides came by a tree.
Yeah, man. Because I already, bro, it's personal. It's like, that's up close and personal. And again, it still has to be confirmed by the FBI, Department of Justice. But you see where we at now? Because see, now that the Band-Aid is ripped off, Black people don't trust. You think we ain't trust the police before? We really don't trust them now.
Yeah, man. I don't even know if I trust the investigation, man. I really don't know if I really trust it.
Yeah.
I mean, they could lie. I mean, I'm not there. You know what I'm saying? They could lie and be like, yeah, it was a suicide. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I heard they was doing that. Hey, man, they was telling me at my job, man, that they was reading some report where people was dying and it wasn't from COVID-19, but certain doctors was saying the cause of death was COVID-19, man. They was like, just rule that as a COVID-19. Just rule that death as a COVID-19 like that. Hey, man, this could be the same situation with this. I just don't know how many brothers, man, would hang themselves from a tree. Unless, man, they was trying to make a statement of some sort. And I don't even see them really making a statement by hanging themselves from a tree, man.
I'm going to say something.
That means they would have to take the time to climb this tree.
Listen.
Tie the tree to the branch, man.
I don't care what a Black person tell me. I don't care how woke they is, how much of an atheist they is. I believe them jokers still believe in life. Let's say the afterlife, heaven or hell, right?
I got you.
Black people in general now, like, you know, we might question some things, but I just don't, man, I'm not saying that we don't, but the number is so low, bro.
I feel you, man.
And I hope for their families' sake that it's done correctly, man. Like no shortcut. I don't want to make Robert Fuller and I don't want to make their life like about politics, bro. You gotta watch these cats, man, because again, I actually talked to one of the guys I work with, and he's actually a Republican. And we talked for a minute, and I'm gonna tell you, it was eye-opening. But he said they had asked him at work. He's a white guy. They asked him at work about equality. He said everybody should be equal, right? And there's some other things that happen. But here's the thing, man. 45 has divided this country in ways that initially we complained about it, but now I'm glad. You know why, man? Because all of the series of events led up to this moment. To us facing, it sucks because, man, we got other Black people who are Black and who should know the struggle on some level, trying to say that we're holding George Floyd up as a martyr. But first of all, he didn't ask to be a martyr. He was made a martyr because of a series of events. That's why I said, listen, I don't have no problem when a person have a difference of opinion. And I know especially like leading to our next topic, she's a woman. So we have to like be very protective. But boy, she's saying some stuff that have nothing to do with nothing, but keep saying what they did to him was wrong. But look, you literally could have said anything, but you chose to attack the fact that he's being held up as a martyr. Again, he didn't ask to be one.
True, man. Hey, okay, that's the problem, man. People looking at George Floyd, right? Mm-hmm. Forget that, Dan. If that's the problem is this: George Floyd his name is amongst many names who injustice has been done to. That's the whole point, man. He's just one of the recent ones, and we just fed up. But his name is amongst a long list of names, probably names that we don't even know that should be on the list, but it pretty much went uncaptured, unknown, man. All kinds of injustice and slide of the hand and secret things have been done to Black people. His name is just on the list. It's just a recent name on the list.
Take him home, Bishop. Take him home.
And people just don't see that. Only anything about is George Floyd. Okay, Mr. Ignorant. Okay, Mr. Ignorant. Since you tired of hearing his name, it's all us black people then. Since you're tired of hearing his name, it's all us black people. If my face is black, it's been done to me. Even if I didn't realize it was being done to me, I bet you it was done to me, man.
Think about, hey man, I'm gonna tell you something else. Cause I know, like, I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't really like people that I would view as getting over. And I understand some things just ain't gonna change, right? But like when I look at when I look at how I feel when I'm thinking about like how everybody's getting up in the morning, they going out trying to provide for their family. Even how I look at them with the lack of compassion, I realize even that's tied to the oppression that we've been under, bro. Like it is like the lack of patience for us to, hey man, like I can't help but think about it, man, to the point like I really think about it a lot. And I'm telling you, when you really think about, as we were discussing earlier, look at our lineage. See, when you don't have to worry about your lineage, it's easy to wake up in the morning and not have a problem in the world. When you're, even if you think about 250 years, right? And just say that it started with one person and a slave only, let's say there was 10 slaves, right? And they only lasted for 10 years, let's say for 18 years. Every 18 years, that's a new set. So that means, man, that like, it went, and say that every 18 years represents a generation. If you did some quick math, maybe that's, say that's 15 generations. Let's just say that in 250 years, right? That means, if that number's correct, that means that there's 15 generations that we have no way of knowing who they are.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then you want us to pretend. Listen, I'm all for the compassion, man. I'm all about, at the same time, I want, like, the system's supposed to be, if you're guilty, you're innocent till proven guilty. I still operate off that, even though it's real touchy, right? Real touchy. But, yo, man, I'm thinking more and more, y'all was able to come up with this money for COVID. You could definitely help give us a bump that'll change our parents' life.
True,
our children's life. I mean, because any amount of money you come up with still ain't gonna undo what you did.
Never, man. You can't, pretty much, man, you can't pay for what you did, man. But you can give us what we're owed.
Come on, man.
Or you can give us what you promised to give us.
Exactly.
You can try to right a wrong. You get what I'm saying, man? You can put forth the effort. Don't sweep it under the rug.
Bro. So when you, listen, I know you know Rocky Mount and all that. So you know, look, man, we was in them back roads. We was riding from Smithfield, right? Just the back roads. I done seen one person, they own 50 acres, they trying to sell it. See what I'm saying? One person owns 50 acres. You mean tell me you can't give me an acre?
There's a lot of greenery around here, man. I seen it.
Man. Like, think about that, bro. Because again, it's easy to give a half-hearted apology. But I'm to the point, I'm like, Solomon, I done bit the bullet, bro, on that. The best apology is change behavior. It's in here now. Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I got it, obviously I got it when he said it. But think about that, man. Now, I ain't, obviously I ain't with the let it burn, But look, man, so everything that they do is under scrutiny. And it's just the way it is. Listen, if you look at the police, the NYPD Police Academy, I read something where it said their budget was $6 billion and they have some tanks. Why does the NYPD need tanks?
I know, man. You trying to go down and blow up the city?
Look, man, and I'm telling you, this is what I know. So Apache helicopter, you can like Google that like after, right? But Apache helicopter, right? It costs about $25 million. I think just the maintenance at the time in the training environment, I read somewhere between $7,000 and $15,000 a week, right? But they're recycling parts. You know what I mean? They're reusing the parts, like, you know. That's for war, brother.
That's what I kept thinking.
That's for war. A tank, I can't really.
It sounds like a lot of wasted money.
Come on, man. Look, sometimes
like when they even pull it out, man?
They probably.
What, during the parade?
Hey, let me tell you something. Them guys, it's some land somewhere, probably in New York. There's probably nothing but greenery somewhere. And the only thing they doing, we got to pay for it to be transported up there. All they doing is, yo, man, what? They don't need a tank. They don't even need $6 billion.
True, man.
You might rob the drug dealers. You already doing it. Just come on out with it. You feel what I'm saying?
Did someone actually ask them what do they need a tank for? Because if they did, I wanted to hear the answer, man.
This man said, yo, y'all, the media is out here villainizing us. Of course. Y'all ran over, during the protest, y'all ran over like a group of people in a vehicle. Listen, they would have had to burn me up out of that vehicle. Let me tell you, all them people around, they had to burn me out of that bad boy, man. Listen, I'm not going to be leaked to vehicular homicide. I'm trying to get my pension. But again, when you get to, it's like this, man. Fun time is over, and it is what it is. It sucks that the good got to suffer with the bad, but at the same time, a lot of people up top need to be let go because I know it's some good cops that have recorded some incident and got fired. They even said that, man, on Twitter. Twitter's not the Bible, by the way. I know there's a little fluffy somewhere up in there, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, man. I know that there's a secret society within the police department, man, and you basically gotta hush your mouth and sometimes sell your soul to the devil. But thank goodness there's good people out there, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That is willing to do the right thing.
I bet you this, man. Every good person that's in the police department right now, it's a little conflict, but it has to do with, the conflict is not about them doing the right thing. It has to do with, will they back me when it come time?
I got you.
They've been tired of corrupt cops, because at the end of the day, them cops get in them positions. Man, I'm going to tell you something about anything that where your promotion has to do with the evaluation, your performance. It could be a long road to a pension, brother.
I can only imagine.
Before me, he can barely write a sentence. You know what I'm saying? Like it's real competitive. That's why college is almost what is it, man? In them positions, college is almost the new normal. It's kind of like, at one time, having a degree in that type of environment, it would be. That was guaranteed I make first grade tech. You feel what I'm saying, in 5 years or something like that. But that's so common. Well, as I think we said before, they don't need more training. They just need to be held to a higher standard. What we still spending money on training for?
Yeah, man. They know right from wrong.
Come on, man.
I mean, you here to protect and serve, man. Start doing your job. Start protecting and start serving. That's
all they got to do, man. And
I knew it was going down here when you see a car knocked off and you see a police officer just fly right past that car. I'm like, man, dude, come on, man.
That was rough, man. Like when I saw that, I was really in disbelief. Because when I get nervous, I kind of that's how it was for me. But then when you see the other clips and they start putting that, how everybody put their perspective on, you be like, Jesus Christ. People are ran into protesting. Same thing with the El Presidente, man. You letting them. First of all, you bring in the National Guard. The last time they brought in the National Guard was when that school in Arkansas, when they was doing the integration. You know what I'm saying? Bruh.
That's a big difference, man. That's crazy.
I can understand you talking about preventing a race riot and protecting this small group of black people. Bro, you was ready to kill. Well, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, but you was ready.
I don't know why you give him the benefit of a doubt. You was ready to kill. Yeah, finish that sentence. You was ready to kill.
He was ready to kill his own.
Yeah, man.
To prove a point.
Without batting the eye, man.
Yeah. Hey, man, I want to talk about something else too, man. I can't say her name, but her name is Toyin, right? She was actually a Black Lives Matter activist. She tweeted about that she was sexually assaulted, right? And she went missing, and they found her body, and they actually found the person that killed her, which is a 49-year-old black man. And I want to say this, I'm trying to make a point too. I've also, if you watch any of, I think we even said this last podcast, if you look at women of some kind of way being used, like people are taking a narrative that like we're excluding women from this situation that we're dealing with right now, right? So a lot of people are saying that to a degree, I kind of agree that we got to protect our women better. I guess more in the support realm of just how we treat them and stuff like that. Maybe not me and you personally, but you know how we got to make sure that like we're not, I don't know how to say it, but we got to make sure that like women know that they're included in this equality thing. And it's not just a conversation and not being, and people, I feel like it's almost like people are just trying to throw up the side just so it can be, it feels kind of clout chasing a little bit, but for the people that are really, I don't know, feeling left out, man, I guess, man. It's throwing me off because I feel like it's really becoming a topic, man.
Hey, man, that was wonderful what you said. You know, I had thoughts, and then I was changing my thoughts. I was having thoughts within myself. Hey, man, before all this happened, right, this right here, man, COVID-19, Black Lives Matter, I can't breathe, enough is enough, don't kill me. Do we remember the last movement, man? It was the hashtag Me Too. It was, man.
Yeah.
Now, it was women of color and white women, man, and they was chopping heads, man. They was going down the list. They were just chopping heads, just chopping them, man. Some guys could have been innocent. They was just getting chopped. Everyone was getting chopped, man. Everyone was getting chopped. Now, are we saying that black women now need their own, you know what I'm saying, as protected women? You know, because who they want to be protected from, man? Because it's not like they want to be protected from us.
Yeah, we have to do a better job of protecting them.
Hey, man, there's a thin line. Listen, man, and I'm not disagreeing with nothing that you're saying. Protect our women of color, please. They're the mothers of us, man. They're the reason why we're here. It takes a man and a woman. Listen, man, it's hard to protect someone who wants to be so independent, and I can do everything that you can do, and I want to be my own woman, and I don't need a man. How can I protect someone who act like they scared of me? I'm trying to help you, and you balled up and feel. What you want from me? You want me to put on a wig and some lipstick? Would that make you feel more comfortable?
No, I don't.
How can I help raise you up, man, if you won't let me raise you up? How can I hold you up when you don't want to be held by me?
I mean, you make some great points. I mean, it is true because they are, and I get it, man. But I think, but it's something that you said way back in the culture section.
Oh, I want to hear this. I want to hear it, man. How you gonna lose it when you was about to say it?
I know. You shouldn't have said a word because I would have had it. But it was.
One hour later.
1 hour later. I wish I had that sample. Let me say it like this though. We got to make sure that when it comes to this matter right here, that we're not making it separate.
I got you.
It's super important. Whatever arguments or disagreement that we have, it has to be in private and can't be public. This is the type of situation that this got to be in. If you want, and look, the video I sent you, it was about this guy who was trying to talk to this young lady, and he hit her in the face with a skateboard. Upon further investigation, he was trying to say that it was just for clout, to go viral. Now,
what?
Yeah, but see, listen, man, people will do anything to go viral.
This woman was black, I guess.
She was.
And he was white?
He was black.
He was a black guy that hit another black woman in the face with a skateboard for clout so he could become famous.
Yeah, so they saying that the whole story is that he was trying to talk to her. And the video looked like he was trying to talk to her.
Like when you say talk to her, you mean like Mac to her?
Yeah. And then she's like, she ain't having it.
She rejects him. All right, she rejects him.
So he takes the
skateboard
and hit her in the face. She just fall out. And then he walk up and said, I forgot what he said. Something, man. You don't play with me. You know, some little foolish.
You know, like world star, baby.
Something stupid. Yeah. But the thing about it, man, I'm looking at two different things. I'm looking at it two ways. It's real cowardly, and people would do anything at anybody's expense to go viral.
Hey, listen, man. Is any kind of way we tying this to including our sisters of color, man?
Yeah, because the thing about it, man, I want to make sure, like, my biggest worry, play on words, worry, is that in trying to keep the narrative in the right direction, we're letting certain conversation deter us from the overall conversation. I
got you. So it's almost like one event distracts us from another event, almost like tunnel vision. You know what I'm saying? Or a one-track mind. I don't know if your screen is frozen or you staring at me. Hello? Are you there? I mean, man, I'm gonna actually photo shoot this. Man, you already moved. I can't photo shoot that look you had. Yo, man, I tried to screenshot what the face you just made because you was frozen.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So
hey, man, I didn't even get a chance to do my point because you was frozen. I didn't know if you was there or not, man.
Okay, go ahead, make your point. I'm sorry.
I can't remember what I was saying. What was I saying? I said it's like tunnel vision almost, or one-track mind. We can't bundle stuff together. We usually forget about one thing and focus on one, right? Another one.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure that all of it is not forgotten. It's all still included, right?
I want to make sure that the main idea stays the main idea and that the other outlines don't become an internal distraction between.
And here we go, man. Here we go.
Yeah.
What is the main idea?
The main idea is for us to have, let's say, in my opinion, equality.
And you mean a full circle of equality for everyone?
For everyone.
And a distraction would be what?
Black women suffer too.
I got you.
You, come on, man, stop, man. But I know the way I said it, but
hey, I wonder how black women feel when black women feel, because there's actually black women that's on the list too for this Black Lives Matter that's on the same list with George Floyd. I wonder the women feel like they don't feel included though, man. Do they feel like they're somewhat neglected?
I get that vibe, bro. And
you
maybe
get that vibe?
Yeah, like I'm on Twitter, man. Sometimes, especially like the Breonna Taylor thing, like Breonna Taylor, she deserves justice too. So it's like it's a tone, bro. And then when you look at certain protests, like it's really about everybody that's on that flyer. It's about everybody that's on that flyer right now. Police reform, getting rid of the chokehold, right? Adjusting the way the police forces ran. Defunded, whatever word you want to use. I don't know if that's the proper word. One day I think I know, next day I'll be lost. So I just feel like internally, in the Black community, we got to make sure like that we taking note what they say, but also we're not making it like, I don't know how to say it, man. I thought you
were gonna say we ain't making light of the situation. Hey man, how do you propose that we make sisters of color feel included then, man?
Well, every time that every time that it comes up, it needs to be that type of it includes Black women. Whenever there's an opportunity to kind of talk about it, just make sure that like this Black Lives Matter not just includes men, it includes women, it includes Black children. You have to make sure, because what's gonna happen is, like, I think Lecrae did an interview with somebody. I didn't really watch it, man. It was roasting him, man. So he had a chance to kind of educate this guy. He was shaking his head, agreeing with it was like a white pastor, this and I don't know. Man, it was roasting him, man. I didn't want to look at the video because, again, when I look at Lecrae in a couple podcasts before, we talk about the Christian rapper versus a rapper that's Christian. See, now it's the time that you got to understand. It might seem like a play on words, but the reality is, you need to be. This is it right here. This is who I am, because, man, when I look at Jimmy Fallon and what's the other guy? The guy from England, Corden. They're literally, okay, yeah, it was a whole bunch of crying and all this kind of stuff. I don't know, this is cringy. But here's the thing, though. While they're crying, though, they're getting the perspective. They're pulling in people they would never have a conversation with, and they pulling them on, and they talking about their experience. So it's a little bit different from making a cringeworthy video saying, I have white privilege, and I use it. Something weird like that.
Hey, man, cringe is cringe, brother. Cringe is cringe. It's hard to watch.
It is.
What you saying? There's a softer way. There's a softer cringe and a harder cringe. Is that what you saying, man?
I ain't gonna say no softer cringe.
Was it Jimmy Fallon, the one they found like a while back? He did a blackface man.
Chris Rock. He did a Saturday Night Live Chris Rock blackface. Yeah. Hey, if the person, okay, so check this out. If the person that you doing forgives you, does that mean that the rest of the world should forgive you? In theory? In theory now.
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. I mean, hey, man, in all honesty, you must forgive. Let's be honest, man.
Yeah.
According to, listen, man, Christianity, you must forgive, right?
Yes, sir.
You must forgive. Forgiveness, brother. You got to forgive to make it, huh?
Cat is all. That means you got to forgive me for using your name.
Wow, that's what's up. Hey, listen, man. Listen, man. But wrong is wrong, man.
No doubt. No doubt.
And a person can be a sucker. You know what I'm saying? They can be ignorant of a situation and just listen, I think there's a thin line between forgiving someone and letting someone take advantage of you, man.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, just because one person lets you take advantage of them, don't mean everybody is. You know what I'm saying? Just because one black man lets you slap him up against the face and you tell him I'm sorry, don't mean all us black people gonna, fall for that same okey doke. Like you gonna go around slapping all of us.
Right.
But if someone did you wrong, let's say they did me example, someone did me wrong, right? And I forgave them, then I guess since they did me wrong, that should be good enough. If it didn't directly affect you, right? If I'm good with it, I guess you should be good with it, man. Or you could be like, man, that's a sucker right there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I'm probably the wrong person to ask because I think I'm like, yeah, man, he slapped my cousin. You feel me? He forgave him, so I gotta forgive him. You feel me?
And you gotta think, man, how many people did it really affect? Like, I may have been the one getting slapped, but how many other people was affected by that slap? Because someone could have seen me got slapped, right? And they be like, man, I can go slap someone just like he just got slapped. And it's a big domino effect, man. So the question is, man, you know what I'm saying? You might think it may have just affected one person when others was around and seen it, and it affected a lot of people.
Yeah.
But according to this blackface and this forgiveness, man, if he forgave him, I guess that should be good enough. But then other people might think they're able to get away with such things, man.
Yeah. That's the thing
I told you earlier, we've been doing whiteface forever, doing all this miming and stuff, man. I don't know if your screen is frozen.
Come on, man, chill out, man. Hey, listen, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, as always, listen, the next episode you're going to see, we're going to be back to the business. We expect to see, and here's the thing, this consciousness, people are like, they want to sit back and drink Hennessy. Now, somebody got to talk about the social change, bro.
Do you just say people sit back and drink Hennessy, man?
They drink Hennessy and be like, let's party.
Why not sweet tea and lemonade or something, man?
No, sweet tea don't make you feel good.
Hey, man, real quick, though, because if I feel like you about to, wrap this up, man. That's what it felt like you was going to. Hey, man, tomorrow starting at 4 p.m. And I think, I don't know if it's Wake County or just the city of Raleigh, man, that if you're unable to, it's going to be required to wear a face mask if you're in an area where you can't socially distance. It's required to wear a face mask. Now, the problem is this, man. There is no fine. There is no citation if you don't wear one, man. But it's required. Just wanted to share that, man.
So you mean tell me somebody could walk up to me and go,
man, they literally said there won't be no citation, just education. That's what I heard, man.
Hey, I hope that they catch you and they make you watch a 3-hour PowerPoint slide.
Man, they can't force you to do nothing, man.
I hear you. Okay. I hear you. But listen, man, as always, ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to subscribe to the Fans of the Culture Network YouTube channel where you can check out the culture section. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Definitely hit your boy up on Twitter because we active, man. Listen, man, we active out here, man. Twitter is the way to go when it comes to commentary. Major keys. Again, my name is I Am Quartet.
I'm taught how the great is me.
We see you when we see you. Peace.